My name's Gurveer Brah, and this is Screen Off Script. First off, Shih-Ching Tsou. I just want to say congratulations. Left-Handed Girl is such a beautiful film, and genuinely, it's like one of my favorite movies of the year just because of how real it feels. And I'm actually left-handed myself. A lot of connection there. So first off, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So this story reminded me a lot of Sean Baker's Florida Project. For context for everybody else, you've been working with Sean for over 20 years, and you've actually produced that film as well. This film felt very connected because of a lot of overlapping themes, but from a very different cultural perspective, and in the way that you film from a child's perspective as well. Was that on purpose? And what kind of mutual inspiration have you and Sean Baker found in each other?
Well, I think like compare Left-Handed Girl and the Florida Project. Yeah, it's it's all about children's life, and it's also about like the hardship of a family in this big society. So I would say that's very similar, but I think in Left-Handed Girl, it's a little bit different because the night market is also a big character in this film, and we tried. I wanted to tell the story through Yi Jing's point of view. So from the first frame of the film, you can see the kaleidoscope image, kind of lead the audience into the film, with a very heightened color and the lights and also the music. It's a very immersive type of experience, viewing experience for the audience, and I think, throughout working with Sean, from the very first film, we worked together, Takeout. We kind of developed this filmmaking research process, going into the community and working on the real locations, also doing a lot of street casting throughout the different films. So I would definitely say that's we kind of like create this process together, so saying like, we'll kind of inspire each other on this type of collaboration for sure.
I love that. Yeah, and one of the things I kind of love from earlier this year was when Sean was winning all the biggest awards in the film industry. He was always a champion of independent film. And I wanted to ask you, because you've been doing this for 20 plus years, how important is independent film, especially when it pertains to to international cinema?
Oh, I think it's so important because, that I think independent film that kind of, working on this type of film that give us more freedom. Although we have a smaller budget, but sometimes more money you have more limitations. For example, if you work on the union film, that was the regular budget, but you will have a lot of regulations from different unions. And working on the independent film, you got all the creative freedom, so you can really tell a story that is connect with people. Also, I feel like this type of story really focus on story, because we don't have much money to put in like fancy effect or fancy music. So I will just focus on the most important part of the film, that's the story.
When you talk about story, what do you think that independent storytelling can do that big studio films can't do?
Well, I think just the real, how real it is, because everything is just kind of telling, starting from the heart, and you don't have to. Sometimes the famous actors, for myself, I feel like that sometimes will push me out of the story because I see somebody famous on the screen. Suddenly, I just, sometimes like just weird me out. Like, oh, I'm watching a movie. But a lot of time, you use the real people in the movie, and you feel like you're watching a documentary. It feels so real, and also it feels really natural, connecting to the emotion more.
Yeah, absolutely. Seeing like George Clooney randomly in like Taipei would be, it
Yes.
would take me out. It would take me out. So this film, obviously, it's been in the works for a long time. What films did inspire you when you were shaping the story?
Well, I have to say, the ending of the story is really inspired by Mike Lee's Secrets and Lies. And also, they have the same thing in the end. They have this big dinner together, and the secret reveal in the end. So that's a big influence. And also, I think the whole thing, it's very Dogma 95. That movie making movement is really, really inspire me and Sean. And you can see in every film we made together, from Takeout, Tangerine, Red Rocket, and then Left-Handed Girl. Everything is inspired by Dogma 95.
Amazing. And genuinely, that ending sequence, it blew my mind. But thank you so much for your time. A lot of stories are about walking away, but I love that this story is about how deep bonds can really be. And congratulations on the film. Really incredible.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with Nina Ye and Shih-Yuan Ma. Guys, first off, congratulations. Left-Handed Girl is such a
Thank
beautiful
you.
movie. And genuinely, you both put on some of my favorite performances of the entire year.
Wow,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Wow.
Yeah, I want to start with you, Nina. How are you so talented when you're so young? How does that even happen?
Uh, I'm not sure. This is a little bit hard question for me. You can change another one. Because
Why is it a hard question? Because you are very talented. I'm sure everybody's telling you that, but why is it hard for you to hear something like that?
it's still a hard question. Yeah.
Fair,
I don't
fair,
know.
fair.
I don't know why.
That's okay. That's very fair. But you did an amazing job in this movie. Also, I
Thank
mean,
you.
Shion, this is your first time being in a movie, period. And it's such a beautiful performance. What gave you that kind of courage to take on such a challenging role like this?
I think this is just a part of my personality, especially on the age, at my age that time when I was 22 years old, I think, when I'm filming. And also, I would really want to have a big thanks to the director Shih-Ching. Is she gave me that trust and open places, let me to be that character, so that I won't be so afraid about doing this challenging role.
That's really great. So, can I ask you guys a practical question? You're both kind of new actors. How do you cry for an emotional scene? How do you do
Oh.
that?
I think me is just listen to sad music. Yeah, very simple. How about
That's great.
you?
Good question. I think I just, try my best to understand what Ian, the character, had gone through and what she's felt. So just let myself go with the flows and go with the line on the script to feel her and just be present in a sense. Yeah.
And Nina, I gotta ask, what song makes you get in that space?
You mean
The sad
the
song?
sad
The sad
song?
song.
Maybe
Yeah.
just some like piano, like only piano,
Oh, wow.
no singers or something, just piano.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's great. And guys, genuinely congratulations. Like I said, one of my favorite movies of the entire year.
Thank
I'm very excited
you.
to see how people view this because I think people are gonna really love it a lot.
Thank you so
you.
much.
But thank you so much for your time. I'm really excited, guys. Have a great day, eh?
Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.